Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverages. A fairly standard yet reliable cup of tea, the good old-fashioned cuppa. So welcome back to Prison Architect, and previously we were expanding our facilities with the cell block C, which is now pretty much built. We do have the heating to install, and that's ongoing, so that's all right. It's meant that we've got more members in the facility, which is also then obviously got our daily cash flow into a strong positive. We have paid off all of our, all of our loans, which is good. We're still working on 3 grants. I'm hoping to get the advanced protection done in this episode. We also had a little bit of a, maybe not an issue, but anyway, Paul, who was the leader of the Vipers, I think, or was it the Jackals? One of them in this cell here, well, they took out a armed guard, and then a colleague was well, they didn't take kindly to it, put it that way, and yeah, they were taken out themselves. So we don't have a gang leader anymore, but we do still have some gangs. If we go over to intelligence and gangs, we can see that we do have 13 Vipers, we have 11 Bonebreakers, and 1 Jackal. We have the Vipers, which is undercover Don, so we still don't know if there is a leader or not, but we'll see how we get on. This area here is actually controlled by the Bonebreakers, so you can evict them, and I might do that, but I want to get the heating in first. This is still saying install water pipe, and they are doing it. It's just taking a little bit of time to get on that. I'm guessing that this boat is probably the issue. Just to cancel it out. See, like the supply boat's just turned up for no reason. Oh! What's going on here? It's, once again, gangs fighting. So there. Stokel, recruiter, and loyal, but not a gang member. There must have been fighting. There must be an instigator. It is possible. Okay. Anyway. Let's finish off around here. There's still some installation of the water boiler, which is... Oh, it is still sitting there, yeah. That's fine. Visitor helicopter is here. Danger level we'll have to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on that one, yeah. Piping. We've got a couple of pipes that have not been placed for whatever reason. I do not know why. Foreman is calling. Due to logistical error, we're receiving extra supplies. Okay. That's all fine. Let's see about the piping. Oh yeah, it's getting placed in. I'll wait until we've got... See how slow these guys are walking. It's actually not a large map, but it does feel like it's taking the guys a while to get around the place. We're currently in winter, where we have some snow and overcast weather, so we'll have to keep an eye on temperatures and such. That's something we'll have to have a look at. I'm just going to dismantle that Premax. I'm going to put a radiator in there. But still waiting for this boiler to be installed. Once that's in, we're going to go for more water pipes, actually. Like that. Because it definitely needs to be placed. It says we're low on cash and we're actually in negative here. I guess the issue building here, it is the furthest away you're going to get, really. There's that now in. So one side is now warm, then the other side will be done shortly. We'll go for water boiler installation. There you go. Then hot pipe installation. Actually, I won't place that just yet. I'm going to do that. And a radiator, which is going to go there. So that will be removed. Yes, it has been. Excellent. Still have to put the flooring in there, but we know it's going to cost about $5,000, so I'm sort of hesitant to look at that one. Once again, keep looking back at the gangs, because we need to make sure that we segregate any gang leaders. And say I do want to evict over here. I thought I'd told this to be cleaned up. I've clicked clean up, but it's not doing it. Maybe it's because it's we haven't evicted them. We may have to evict them first. I don't know. So anyway, let's go water and insulation for the water, the hot water pipes. But we don't have the money. That's an issue. We'll just let them crack on. There's still some bits in here in the sort of front, the entranceway of each cell block that we've got some gaps, and we also don't have any flooring in there, but it is what it is. Now on negative cash flow. How wonderful. At least this is now working all right. All of the kitchen and such. That's good. Faith program is working. Speaking of programs, we'll have a look at that. Staff programs. I could probably stop guard taser. Fire safety we're going to keep running. First aid we'll do. Disarming we're going to stop one of them. Could do pest control or cold weather training. The pest control, however, doesn't seem to be effective because we've had to call in pest control every single time. So, I'm not too sure on that one. Let's just move that. And what I'm going to do now is probably not advisable. I'm going to evict. Just trying to select that. So I've clicked evict. So what happens is, for a start, people will fight because they don't like that. You see this area here, this is where they're going to congregate. But we evict them, and hopefully guards are going to come over and stop it. There you go, look, you can see the issues here. But we do have staff around. Where's that guy off to? I think they're after the bacon. They're running inside there. Oh, death. Killed by a guard with a stun baton. We've seen that a couple of times. I don't think they've got that on the right setting. Well, this is on eviction. This meter needs to slowly go down. Obviously, they'll be furious. And staff morale is low. Don't know what I can do about that. There's a huge food need. I'm going to put our brakes up to 15%. There we go. There is heating over here, that's fine. Just keep an eye on our needs. There is a huge clothing need. But there is a uniforms to be sent out. So it could just be because there's stuff to build. There's a grand completion, which is, I believe, the disarming certification grant. Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's excellent. Let's finish then the insulation. Like so. And pipe insulation as well. Like this. And not forgetting these middle bits. The rest of it's all insulated as far as I can tell. Yeah, everything else seems to be alright. All over here as well, because obviously we're at -7 at the moment. I'll probably have to put some radiators in here too. We'll have a look at that. Radiators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hot water piping will go like that, just to make it easier for all involved. So patrols are okay over that one. Let's go to intake and fill capacity, because obviously we turned that off with the issue that we had of with the stuff being stuck on the boat. I think that's the issue there. How are we doing for this? To do clean up grand graffiti. It is on the list, and they've almost been evicted. There you go. They've now been evicted. Gangs wise, there is Vipers and Bone Breakers, but no Jackal. Let's remove this graffiti. I'm probably going to put some more tables in. What about patrols? Patrols is alright actually over there. We naturally have a bit of a problem with the weather. I'm going to turn stay indoors for people so they go back to their cell and such. Don't know what these guys were in here for. just because I want them to stay warm. There we go. That's all right. That's working. Because if I turn that off, then people can get wherever they need to go. You know what? I don't think there's much point in turning it on. I guess if it was deadly, then you definitely don't want that on. Definitely not. Is that frozen up? Yep, all the pipes frozen. So this is the frozen pipe here because obviously I haven't got the insulation, but I'll put that in now. Right, okay. Office then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place probably 3 offices here, and this is going to be for our psychologist. So we want to ideally have it so. Filing cabinets. Let's filing cabinet along here. So we want to have this where we can start to run programs and have reformed gang members. That's the idea. Leather chair. We'll go like that. And then there's loads of other stuff you can put in to increase it. But that should be fine for now. That will then obviously require a psychologist, another psychologist. It'll be in one of these offices. And then we'll start running the programs, which is going to be... Let's have a quick look. Behavioral therapy would be nice, but the main one is gang rehabilitation. Gang member has been causing too much trouble around the prison. Try and get them to complete this program. Psychologist, session length 1 hour, requires a leather sofa, white sofa brown, etc. Referrals, violence and destruction gangs only. Students sit, gang members can attend, requires all students present, and it's an easy one to run. 1 place over 2 sessions. Oh, and it's also minus... It was minus 23 for a second there. And you can see this stuff is freezing up. So even with the installation of the pipes... things are still freezing up. Not much I can do about that. Requires water. Yep, just... What, in fact, actually, what? Why is that not done? No, it's because it's frozen up there. And it's still to be installation of the pipe. Yeah, okay, we still need to install that. There's a visitor board, I'll get rid of it. Okay, so offices are getting built. And I'm going to guess, if I go over here, I have a psychologist. I have 2 psychologists. I'm going to remove both of these psychologists' office, because then they'll be redistributed to there. And then we run gang rehabilitation, which... Oh, no equipment. Interesting. Looks like the leather chair then. Leather sofa. That's what it is. Okay. Let's just dismantle this. And I'll put it back. What would we want? Leather sofa or sofa? Right. So we'll zoom in. There's sofa. There we go. 1, 2, 3. That'll fix the issue. And then, once that's in, I'll reschedule all programs and then we'll fire up some of those. And then obviously that means that we have to start looking over here, where we've got different cells. And obviously do proper rehabilitation. That's the plan. That is the plan. Over there's alright now, which is good. Reschedule all. And then we're going to run as many gang rehabilitations as I can, even though no one's assigned to it. Let's just run a few for now. We'll run 4. See how we get on with that one. And we've got some rats. Let me guess, it's over here. Normally it is. You can get a sonic rat deterrent, which will get rid of the rats. I'm going to put one there, just out of interest to see what it's like. But almost certainly we'll have to call in someone. Okay, so this then, here, is where we have cells. And this is going to be protective custody, the whole thing. I want to have it so we've got anyone... Basically, we want to rehabilitate members, and then they'll go into here, and then they'll only stay in protective custody. That'll be for snitches, as well as gang rehabilitation, although the former, I'm not too sure. We might not do that. Okay. Ex-gang member protection program. Build 10 cells in a protected-only sector. Shower, canteen, kitchen, yard. Assign a guard, and then assign one ex-gang member to protective custody. So this is what this is going to be. So I've got protective custody. Let's go for some cells on either side. So it's basically going to be this. We're just going to copy that, really. So let's do just that. I could build one and then clone it, but it doesn't really matter. Like that. And then toilets and sink. Doctor's calling. Let me guess. It's flu season again. Few prisoners suffering from illness due to the presence of rats. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, once again, emergencies. Emergency pest control. Let's see what happens there. We do now have 4 jackal members. Still no... And 14 members of the Vipers, so there's definitely recruiting going on. Actually, it says definitely recruiting going on. That's not necessarily the case. It's most likely recruiting, but doesn't necessarily mean for sure, for definite. Let's put in all of these cells here. This is going to be protective custody. And I also want doors like this as well. One of these is probably going to be this front one. Or actually, you know, one of these will most likely be staff only. But I'm not too sure which one. We can see now we've got the cells, which is good. Let's head over to shower. Type in shower, so we get the shower head. Like so. Obviously we need to plumb this in. Drains. And... see, that's the basics. And where am I going to put the hot water boiler? I could probably just tap it off from that water boiler. It might not reach, though. I don't think it will. I think I'm going to save myself a little bit of hassle by going to flooring and sand and just building a bit further out. Like this. And then it'll be building concrete. And it is... roughly here. Like that. Requires an entrance, naturally. Which will be a staff door. And then electrical cable will run up to it. Water's already gone through. Which means hot water pipes. Which means radiators. Like so. Probably don't need to put it in the other rooms. Okay. How we're doing for gang rehabilitation. People are running it. There we go. People are already assigned to it. This is good. And money's going up. In terms of reform, sadly, reoffending rate has went up to 74%. It dropped down to, I think it was 70%, which was all right. But yeah, let's connect up the water. Let's also go for hot water. No, I'll wait for them to build that first. I'm going to set some patrols on this one. patrols already assigned there, which is fine. However, inside, not so much. So we'll do that. And we'll assign an armed guard and a guard. Gang members band together because they have similar interests. Sometimes they also dislike specific criminal offences, and they will try to target the individuals. Yes, they will. No gang. Oh, there's a target there. There you go. Moss has been targeted. Unknown reputations. Who are spoiling. Let's say they've just been knocked unconscious, but then taken out. Oh! Well, there's no point in doing guard response because there's already enough guards over here. People have been healed up as well, though. Glad we've got the stun buttons and taser roll out. Don't know how well the disarming certification is helping out there. We'll see. That's a lot of healing there. Do I have to hire any more people? Not sure. Okay. It's all connected up. That's connected up. This one is being ordered to be built. So it's just taking time now. Okay. Do I want to put in toilets in here? I don't know. That's a lot of people in solitary, though, which means punishments should be quite high. Okay. Well, we have got to a point now where that's still to do clean up, and they're not doing it. Why are they not doing it? I've prioritised it. There you go. Didn't take long when you prioritise it. Just done. They just didn't want to do it. Is what's happening. That door also wasn't opening for a second. I'm just going to double check the wiring. 1 second. Utilities, wiring, connections. Oh, door control system's all in. I haven't got it over here. Phone taps are sorted. And tracking. Which, again, we don't really need. Not at the moment, anyway. Okay. Things are cleaner. We started rehabilitation. Money's in the positive. We still obviously have issues with water. Like, they haven't even started on this foundation here, and I just don't know why. Also, that inmate there. Let me just search that inmate, because they just randomly wandered here and then went back. So that's normally because they've got something thrown over. Yep, mobile phone was thrown over. There you go. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. We are definitely working towards the rehabilitation side of things. Ex-gang member protection program. We want to go for that. Obviously, it means building. It's currently spring, and it's a sunny seasons. That's all good. So next episode and subsequent ones as well. Basically, we'll really focus on this. So getting in. We still need to put obviously the water, but we're going to increase the amount of things that the inmates have. So bookshelves, gym mats, prayer mats, etc. We need to have an area that's for eating for a start. Obviously, we need a common room. We need a canteen. And then we need to start looking at, obviously, rehabilitation and moving people over and that sort of thing. There's still plenty to build. Obviously, we've still got this gang area over here. We've got flooring to place absolutely everywhere. We've got gaps here where we don't have things like a shop and that sort of thing, bits here. So, and this visitation, the temporary permanent visitation, I might have to have a look at that as well and prioritise the changeover of it. But we'll see how we get on. Yeah, not too bad. All right. How are we doing for the Faith program? It's running, and it looks to be well run as well. Let's continue on with the gang rehabilitation. It's going to cost money, but I think it's worth it because it still says 19 in the queue. You can see how many you can run here. There's loads we can run. Maybe that's far too much. I don't even know how many we've got going on here. It's probably about 1, 2, 3, 4. About 15, 16 in there. Okay, let's say we're leaving it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. Yeah, still progressing on. Still doing, I don't think, too terrible. I wouldn't go as far as saying we're doing well, but it is what it is. Let's see how we get on in the next one, and yeah, hopefully we can get prioritizing the ex-gang member protection program. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.